What's good, Life and Poetry fam? Or shall I say, greetings and salutations, and welcome back to the channel with your boy, your host, you guessed it, the one and only Marcus T. This guy, back with another video for y'all. We gotta come. We keep it that schedule tight. We keep it in right. We not missing no deadlines, no upload days, none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We gonna make it work. We gonna make it work. We gonna make it work, guys. I know last video I posted, I wasn't feeling too good. I wasn't rested. I had a low stomach situation, but guess what? It's all taken care of. I slept beautifully these past couple of this past couple of nights, or whatever night. So however long it's been, I've been sleeping pretty good. My stomach's feeling much better. My hair won't lay the way I want it to lay. It's pretty gonna irritate me, but it's all right. It's gonna be all right. I had a haircut too. This is rough. Yeah, don't worry. It's coming. It's coming. I'm getting back right. Just be patient with your boy. Be patient with your boy. But yeah, so I've been down a little bit, but I'm back. I'm back with some great content for you guys. I know you missed me with the energy, the enthusiastic person, but I never left. I just was draining a little bit, but I'm back in the hot seat. Right? But yeah, so we back, guys. We're gonna talk about some stuff today. And I was like, how about we talk about some poetry today, right? We're going to dive back into the poetry side of life of poetry, right? We're going to talk about book number 2. Oh, I'm sorry, wait, 2. Book 2, right? Yeah, 2, like number 2, right? But before we jump into anything, guys, I need you to do me a huge favor. You already know what I'm about to say, but if you don't, here goes. If you are new here, or if you have been here before and have not already done so, guys, do me a huge favor. I want to smash that subscribe button so that you, yes, you can be a member of the Life of Poetry family. Guys, once that's done, I need you to go ahead and turn on that notification bell or click it, make it go ding, whatever it does, so that you can be notified every time that we here at Life of Poetry drop a new video. And notice I say we, and I say it intentionally. I say that because you never know who's going to pop up here at Life of Poetry. Is there somebody? No, it's just me. It's just me. You never know who's going to pop up here at Life of Poetry, guys. It could be anybody at any time to talk about anything, right? So once you've done that, guys, I'm going to give this video a thumbs up if you love it. If you get to the end and don't like it, thumbs down. It's all love, no matter what, with your boy. You remember, we're family here. Families argue, we disagree, but we still love at the end of the day, and that's what it's about here. It's about an open space to talk about anything we want with no judgment, no segregation, none of that stuff, right? We not putting nobody to the side, not putting nobody down. We're to uplift, to love on and encourage and motivate. All those good things tied up in one big bowl here, Life of Poetry, right? Share these videos, guys, so we can get the members to grow. My eye itch really bad. Did you ever have the eyelashes raised when they started growing and you can feel it growing there? Yeah, they happen all the time. My eyelashes are treacherous. They flip and it's just too much. It's too much. If it's my option, I would cut them off, but apparently I'm not supposed to do that. I don't know why. But yeah, guys, go ahead and share these videos, guys, so that we can get the team and family to grow. Remember, our goal for the month of February is to get to 250 family members. 250, I believe right now we are at 221. I think we gained maybe one subscriber from the last time you see me, but guess what? It doesn't matter how many or how few we have. We're gonna have a great time here. We're gonna have a great time here, and this is gonna go global. I'm claiming that this will go global, because this is a platform with me here. What I want to establish is an environment of positivity and peace. You know, all those great things tied up into one. That's my goal for Life and Poetry, as we talk about life's topics with a sprinkle of poetry on top. And then we got to, I'm a minister, so we got to throw that ministry in. God is in everything we do and everything I do. Excuse me. So here at Life and Poetry, we're going to talk about all that, right? So now all that's out of the way, flim flam, bing, boom, bow. I don't know why I do that. I don't know. Oh, well. It's all right. So now that all that's out of the way, peep the transition. All right, we're back, guys. The transition was fire, right? I know. I just wanted to throw something in there. But like I said, as we opened up, we're going to talk about book number 2. Book number 2, guys, is, remember, this book is intended for the more mature audience, the more adult version of poetry, if you will. It's not per se a negative light or connotation on what the goals for this book here, but it's to shed light on true intimacy and everything. I mean, everything that comes with it. We're going to put it in a poetic bow. Everything right now is about a bow. I don't know why, but everything's going to be poetic in any sense that I do when it comes to poetry, and I won't disrespect, defame, or degrade any person as I write my poetry, especially this book here, especially this collection here. But I wanted to tap into something that I've never done. I've done children's poems. I've done poems for family, for loved ones. I've done poems for loved ones we've lost. I've even done poems for church. You know, so I want to be that. I want to tap into that all-around vibe there, and it's like intimacy is a part of life. It's a part of life. You got here because your parents were intimate. I'm just saying. But yeah, so this book is rated for a bit more mature audience, but it's tasteful. It's tasteful. It's not gonna be nothing too, what they say, tacky. It need to be washed too, I guess. Actually, I just had a wash. I don't want itch. Oh, it might be dry. Yeah, another video for another day. But yeah, so this book here is gonna be it's tasteful in every sense. But unlike the first book, this book will be structured a bit different. The first book, which was a collection, wow, what's that? A collection of love. The first book was, the title slips my mind because I'm focused on that second book. The first book, Love in the Eyes of the Author, a collection of spoken word pieces, was predicated off of the chaos of love. So the book was formatted, it was out of order, it was misplaced. So you saw a piece of a poem on one page, I'd flip on another page, and it was offset formats. It was crazy, but it was a vibe that I wanted to have to show you that love had no structure. It wasn't formal. It was all over the place. It's chaotic. You know, you got to tap into different things. You got to look for it. You got to find it. So that's how I had that book set up. If you haven't got yourself a copy of it, guys, the link is in the description down below. It is available on Amazon via paperback and Kindle, guys. Please check out the book. You will not be disappointed. It's not a long book. It's not like a thesis or one of them things, you know, for your doctoral degree. It's a short book. It's just a collection of spoken word pieces that myself and a few other phenomenal writers got together and said, let's write this book. And we did it. We knocked out the park. But the second book is going to be a bit different. It's going to be shorter, but longer. Right. And when I say that, so the first book was like the size of the book itself was like, it was like, how can I say this? If you remember back in the 90s, we had what they called TV guides, right? Remember the little pamphlet book? That was the size of the book. I'm not that old, but I remember having a TV guide. They were great. You had to flip through. We had to click. Before you had real cable, right? You had the TV guide on the joint. You found your channel, make sure the antennas was right. But that was pretty much the size, in the comparison of the two, that was pretty much the size of the book. It's basically like a pamphlet, basically. With this book, I want to be sized a bit smaller because I want to be compact, right? I want to be compact because I want to hit hard. I want to hit hard, and the reason why I'm doing it this way here is all for purpose of feeling and just jumping right into it, right? Without tiptoeing on the edge, trying to teeter-tot. You want to jump in, you want to jump out, jump in, jump out. Right, the first book you had to jump in to stay in to understand where the story in each spoken word piece was taking you, where each poem was taking you, because each poem illustrated something on a grander scale that was beyond the page. It allowed you to sit and breathe in it, you know, to like, okay, I can feel this, but I could also maneuver this here. The second book, I want you to just feel it and see it. Don't maneuver through it too much. I want you to feel it, see it, right? If you can apply it to yourself, that's cool. But I wanted to be more just straightforward. But this book here, it'll be longer. The first book I think had 35 poems in it. The second book is gonna have 50. The goal is to get to 50. Not 50 or 55, but 50 poems or spoken word pieces in book number 2. And I believe we came up with the title, Parental Discretion Advised. But the title is subject to change, but for right now, that's what it is. I've been brainstorming some titles. I can't disclose them to you just yet because they aren't solidified in anything right now. I don't want anybody to take my title. Like, oh, I got this book out. So with titles, it's going to change. I'm quite sure it's going to change. But I wanted to let you guys know that the book is the format's going to be completely different. I'm going cover illustration, front and back cover illustration. That's the goal for that one there. No illustration on the pages. I don't want you to see the picture. I want you to paint it. Right? I don't want you to see the picture. I want you to paint it. I want you to see what each piece of that poem or that alliteration is trying to depict. Use, like, literally tap into your imagination for how you feel intimacy is, and slide right into that space. Right? Don't maneuver, just slide in. And for lack of better terms, I'm not talking about intimacy, but just sit in that space and just feel how it's taking you, right? But the poem or spoken word piece, or poem, whatever you want to label it as, it's going to be condensed in a way that it gets to the point A, point B, point C. It's not going to be no point A, let's go down to Marbury Bush, come back to point A, point B, point C. I've already completed two pieces. The first piece, I'm about to condense it just a little bit more. It's a bit lengthier than I wanted it to be. And hopefully, the way I write, guys, I'm going to say this now. The way I write, sometimes I may have an idea to do something one way, but it doesn't come out that way. So prayerfully, I can stay on this design choice and keep each piece condensed. But if not, it's going to be what it's going to be. All right, I'm not putting there is no censor on my pen. There is no holding back. If it comes out, it comes out. If it's a 6-page poem, it's going to be a 6-page poem. But yeah, so the goal is to keep them condensed. But if there's a staircase, and that's what's going to be, or if they're going to be stagnant, then so be it. Whereas one is pretty lengthy, one is condensed, one is medium sized, so on and so forth. But they're going to be pretty straightforward, and it's going to be pretty much like, this is like, it made me feel. You know, I didn't just see it, but I felt the intimacy on my shoulder, or I felt the touch here, or I felt the gaze. You when you're engaging with somebody, you can feel them looking at you. You know, I want that feel, I want that punch in this piece here. The first book had it, but it wasn't as, it wasn't like, it wasn't Ali in his prime. I'm gonna say it like that. This one's gonna be pure Ali, flow like a butterfly, sting like a bee, rumble, young man, rumble. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be amazing. Again, I have at least 2 pieces done already. I have 2 pieces and a scrap done. The scrap is the piece that's just sitting there, and I might pull from that to add somewhere else. But I have scraps. That's how I write. I do scraps, and I do scratches. I do scraps. Right? And I can pull from here, and I can slide it there. I can maneuver those pieces around so that I can get what I want out of my head onto that paper. But that's the goal, guys. So at least 50 poems. Book number 2. By the end, the goal was to have this done by March, because I know I started this, but I made the announcement sometime. I don't know when I made the announcement about it, but I started the book. I started the process before I made the announcement that I was doing it with you guys, creating the book with you guys. But I think the goal was for March, but we're going to push it back till, I don't know. It's going to be this year, prayerfully this year. The way my mind goes, it may not be this year, but the goal is to at least have something put together no later than my birthday, which is July. My birthday is the 1st of July. Right, so I have until now, until then. That's what, 5 months now, 5, 6 months, whatever. We got a little bit of time. We got some gap space to breathe and to put some pieces together. So that's the goal. So by July, I want to have at least something solidified in my face to say, okay, this is something here. This is my structure here. Whether I need to pull from it, add to it, fix this, do that, so on and so forth. But I'm going to work with a team, my team. We're going to come up with this stuff here. I'm writing this book solely by myself. Like the writings are solely by myself, but formatting and editing, I got my team with me that's going to back me up. I know they're going to do a great job with this one, the way they did with the first book. And I'm going to reach out to another young man who I know who actually did some work for me before. I don't want to drop his name just yet because I want to see how it's going to work out. But I think I want to reach out to him for my illustrations, for my cover art, and my back page art. With the back art, whatever, with back page, whatever it's called, cover, like the you know what I'm saying, the shell of the book, right? We're gonna work on the shell, right? But specifically that cover is gonna be fire, because it's gonna pull you in. It's gonna pull you in something great. Nothing too much, nothing too out there, but I wanted to catch your eye when you see it. Yeah, but that's the goal. That is the goal. We're gonna dive right into book number 2. and we're gonna hit it hard, we're gonna hit it fast, we're gonna do some great stuff with it. But we're gonna take our time, at the same time, we're gonna take our time with it, right? We're gonna hit it hard, hit it fast, we're gonna take our time with it. Literally, we're gonna caress this book, because it's gonna be a turning point into how I move into, if I do book number 3, right? I said that about book number 2. If I do book number 3, how we're gonna move around, try to come up with the concept for that as well, or if I want to go from poetry to writing the story about me. I've had a few people that come to me and said I should write a book about myself. I don't particularly want to do that. Just excuse me, I gotta adjust. I don't particularly want to do that just yet. I've not been with you on this earth for so long, but what I've been through in my life, it's a heck of a testimony. And people can hear it. It'll be a blessing to most, if not all. But nonetheless, it's going to come out. Book number 2 is going to come out. It's going to come out fire. So I'm going to keep you updated, as I said before. Check out book number 1, Love in the Eye of the Author, down in the description down below. Down in the description down below. Check it out. It's going to be some great stuff, hard-hitting stuff. In book number 1. Book number 2 is going to be even more. It's going to be great. It's going to be fire. It has no choice but to be fire. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited to dive into this book here, because it's something, again, it's completely out of my comfort zone. It's something I've never done before, something I didn't plan on doing before, something I probably would have never thought of before. But who says that we aren't allowed to take creative risks, right? Poetry is about taking those risks. In my mind, each poem I read, each what's it called? A spoken word piece, each whatever it is, each freestyle I hear or I read, it takes on such a creative twist and spin. It's like, man, this is amazing, and it brings up all these things in the way you're feeling, and it can change a whole mood. A great spoken word piece, a great poem piece, whether it's formal, informal, free verse, rhyme scheme, whatever it is, it can change an entire mood. You know, that's why I love poetry, because you can literally manipulate it to be anything you want it to be. You can make it, you can tap into something like, man, this poem is about a tree that's yellow and grass that's fuchsia, and it brings up a memory from somewhere in your past. It's like, yo, oh my God, I see it. I see what the writer was doing. He was showing me that anything is possible. Anything is possible, right? And that's what I want. Like, I want that book right there for number 2. Anything is possible. Tap into it. Have a great time with it. And Life of Poetry, I'm gonna keep you guys updated with everything with book number 2 as we go forward. I may reach out to my friend about those illustrations. I don't know, maybe sooner rather than later, because I want to see what he says about it. I want to see if he's up to it, if he's down for it. You know, because he's phenomenal. My guy's phenomenal. And once I make the move, once I put out my proposal to him, if he says yeah or nay, if he says yeah, be size, I'm letting everybody know. I'm just letting everybody know off the jump. I don't care if I got it solidified. I'm like that, it's happening. You know, even if he don't say yes, I'm still gonna let everybody know that we're gonna keep pushing forward. If I gotta create it myself, then so be it. I'm not shy of editing, of anything, of creating. So that's what we're gonna do. Book number 2, fire. Book number 2 is gonna be fire. You can best believe that book number 2 is about to be just crazy. It's about to be crazy. But Life of Poetry, I gotta go. But keep up with me throughout the rest of this month here, because there's gonna be some great stuff here this month here. And it's gonna be like, it's gonna be crazy good. I'm trying to let you know now, it's gonna be crazy good. Life of Poetry, guys, I want you guys to do me something before I go, right? So whenever you watch this video, if you make it to this point in this video here, I want you to do something creative. Do something so creative, something so out of the box that you've never done before, whether it's writing, drawing, building, creating, using some what's that, Play-Doh. Do it. Do something so creative. It would have you on another level. Trust me, your mind would be like, yo, I'm in a space right now that you can't touch. Or just buy a book. Link in the bio down below. If you never bought a book from me, do that. Buy a book. Description down below. Love in the Eyes of the Author. Collect spoken word pieces. Paperback, Kindle, Amazon. Let's make it happen. Living poetry. But it's as always, this has been fun. We're gonna close out this week here with a bang. We're going to the next month with a bang. We'll close out this month with a bang as we roll into March. March, we got some crazy stuff coming out. I got some stuff that I got planned for March. Just stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. Let your boy plan. We're gonna make it happen. But Living Poetry, I gotta go. So you already know what it is, right? Living Poetry, it's been a blessing. So always remember to stay safe and be blessed. Until next time, you know what it is. We out. Peace.